the huge, I think it was a 28-track recorder we had in this rather elaborate studio. And the reels were this thick, you know, and, you know, we'd always recorded back in DC on something like that, you know, we're like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then I look at these monsters that are there. In Napoleon Spinks, it starts out with these very melodic guitars, you know, and so the objective was then to not really make it sound like one guy in his room with a guitar, although that in the essence is a guy in a band. So we doubled the roll-in of the guitars and then filled it with reverb and just let that thing, just let the presence of that instrument take over. And then you'll hear that as the guitar finishes its little progress, the rest of the band just kind of rolls in like a wave. And then when Adam comes in, you're going to hear him singing on top of himself identically. It's an old trick. But, you know, a voice, I mean, unless you're like, you know, some great performer, a voice by itself in this kind of music doesn't have enough to do it. And so you can hear the background vocals now that we added in. And that's just a thing we did just for the melody. It's a great song. So the guitars have the guitars and bass, which are all with 4 guitars on top of each other now, and the bass is separated in 2, playing on top of each other. It's an all-encompassing sound, and then they're all treated with reverb. So, and there's even a slight delay on one of the basses because Steve, he was pretty exacting in how he played, and so we were just getting a bigger sound, but we weren't getting a spread of sound. So we put a digital delay on only on one channel, which made it, instead of going bump, it went bump bump, and it just made it bigger. That's right, Adam. You're gonna go up there and sing, and I'm gonna go, ah. What do you think, Adam? You okay with that? I was thinking back to a Patsy Cline song, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's an old country technique where they would cue the reel and then put their finger on it, and it would go, and that's what we did. We said, okay, go, and I had my finger on the reel, and it slowed it down, because all of these songs, after a while, as we were editing them and tightening them up, they began to sound the same. They all kind of started with the classic guitar doing an intro, and then the band followed. So in this one case, I just put my thumb on the reel and then press play. And then it went, and then the song started. And that's that funny effect. We kept trying to get these, you know, guitar gods call these the bells, you know, when they're hitting the octaves. And we just tried to get them as loud as possible. And then we just started adding them up and then putting the return on the reverb coming back at I think at one point Adam was in his underwear. He sang in his underwear, and it was this song. And we turned all the lights off in the studio.